Welcome to Sports Minds, where all roads lead to sports, and we talk ball every season. You know what it is. You know who we are. We are your hosts, Legendarius, Hashmaster Z, and Philthy. So, Legendarius, open it up. Tell us what we're talking about today, man.
Well, in honor of, Saturday morning, there's only one way to get it started, you know what I mean? Ja Wick, baby. He gets
Y'all,
busy on a Saturday morning.
Oh, wait, hold up. Let that rock. I was gigging. I was getting it.
My bad. Let's go. All right.
Got my Tech 9 and my Mac 10. Let's go.
Well, hold on. Let me get my P90.
Yeah, come on. Pull out your guns. Pull out your straps, man. Let's go. Pull out your straps, man. I got my shotty right here on the tuck.
We're going to be toting these hoes on TV.
It's not like we're like multimillionaires with endorsement deals or anything like that. So you gotta flash the gun. You gotta stay true to who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never change. And it's not like, like a couple months ago, we weren't on national TV saying, I don't condone any type of violence. The gun is mine. And I just want to show everyone who the real Ja is and, change this narrative that's out there right now.
Oh, he changed it. Changed it right back where it was.
Hey, and we call bullshit on it from the jump. Like, you guys need to support him. He's working on his mental health. Like, I've never been... I haven't heard of like the mental health issue that causes you to flash guns. Is that a disease? It's like, here's a gun.
I got the gat flashies, man. I got the gat flashies.
I will say, I just love collectively how the three of us, we were just not phased. Like that story came out and we were like, this is clearly a rebrand. This doesn't mean a damn thing. And sure enough, it wasn't even 90 days. He couldn't even make it past summer.
It wasn't even 90 days.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people, oh my God. All right, some people defending Ja like, it's his right to bear guns, blah, blah. It's like, okay, sure. And yes, we've seen pictures of athletes, at gun ranges, controlled environments, not in your car, pointing guns at your head, rapping lyrics and shit like you cool. But it's like, Steve, even though he's kind of, Captain Jack kind of like went back on what he said a few times, but he was right at the end. Captain Jack, Steven Jackson, he said, if you're making millions of dollars and you're doing something that continues to make $1 million, you're doing all right. If you're doing something that could take that away, that's why it's wrong. Boom. I think that should just, end all the debate, like whether or not he should do it. I get it. You're 23, but still, it's like, bro, if you are the highest paid American athlete right now with all this money on the line, that's like, somebody working at big tech doing the same thing. Yeah, but they're representing a company. Yeah, it may not be illegal, but you're representing that company. Does that company want to continue to represent you in that way? No.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're touching on exactly what I was waiting to say, Hashmaster, because I feel like a lot of the people that get confused over the right to bear arms, etc. It's like at the end of the day, you are of the association. You're the employee of the Memphis Grizzlies. You are, you represent them when you go out in space, just like in any other regular job. You represent that company, and you do some dumb stuff, you're gonna get reprimanded. Same idea. Yeah. Sure, we're talking millions of dollars, and we don't know because we've never been athletes on this stage before. But at the end of the day, it's still a job. You're still an employee, and you're making the league and the company, Memphis Grizzlies, look bad. So of course you're gonna be reprimanded. You're crossing the line here.
You're right. Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, I just feel like the best part about it all, though, is like, it's him. It's like, bro, you are literally doing this to yourself. Because even like, you peep the video, like, his friend, as soon as he realized Ja had a gun in his hand, like, the video, like, flips off. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, bro, I'm trying to save you. But, like, there's only so much I could do. Like, you knew we were live. So it's like, if you know we're live, like, that's on you. Why? Why did you do that? You can't be like, oh, he's hanging around the wrong crowd. It's not like the crowd's like, yeah, look, he's got the gun, guys. He's just like, oh, shit. You know what I mean?
I feel like they legit stopped recording, and he was like, "Bro, we just talked about this."
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck is you doing?
Exactly.
Did you just apologize 3 weeks ago, dumbass?
Exactly, bro.
Like, bro, that's. I don't even think we've been a month. Were we a month out?
Like maybe, like barely a month. Like barely a month. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, they're saying, some people are saying he should get suspended half a season, 20 games, whatever. He's going to get,
I'll take 25.
he's going to get like a significant suspension from this. And he's probably
he's already losing like pocket change like every other week at this point now. So I don't know what the deal is personally with him, but he needs to get it together, or you're just going to flunk out the league. I mean, it's happened before. It'll be unfortunate, but this is how it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I don't know, man. Like, it gets to a point where, people are like, oh, he's a kid. And it's just like, yeah, but also he's a grown man at the same time. It's like, you are it's not like you're not 14.
Well, last time I checked, if my black ass got into trouble at 22, 23 years old, y'all tried me as an adult.
Exactly. So let's not go with the he's a kid narrative. Like, he's an adult. Right. He needs to make better decisions, or he's going to ruin his life, and people not ruin his life, but negatively impact.
He's gonna blow the bag. He's gonna blow the money.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. I get the context. Whoo, Lord.
But sometimes, when it's the off season, people, they just gotta stay relevant, man. It's like, no one's talking about me. Now they are.
He's like, we still all right in the West.
Yeah,
I'm definitely a byproduct of the social media era, because hell, everyone else is in the gym, really.
Yeah, and it's like, man, I need a parade in my city. Yeah. Who wants to come? Oh, man. But speaking of parades in cities, you know who's not having a parade in their city?
Celtics.
Which one?
Oh, I mean, to be determined on the Celtics, but the 76ers for sure ain't having a parade in their city yet.
Nope. Once again.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's not gonna be a parade in my city. Nope.
Nope. Oh, man. As we all predicted, second round Sixers got smacked in game 7.
Trash.
And come on, bro. Mr. I'm MVP. Mr. I'm MVP, Embiid. How you drop 15 points in a closeout game, dog?
15. How do you do this every single year, dog, and you dodge all the fire, dog?
All the fire.
He is one of the biggest chokers I've ever seen in the NBA. One of the biggest chokers.
I just feel like it's whack. Like, how is it? And obviously, we have our own opinions about Doc, but how is it Doc's fault? He's just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, hey guys, we'll get to the Celtics in a second, but it's like, hey guys, you do realize that if we lose this game, our season is over. Do you want to play like a little harder? Like, maybe?
You're right.
Can we act like game 7? It's not regular season. It is game 7. So like, maybe like a little bit of effort, a little bit of urgency. Can we play defense? Something?
Doc, it's your fault. You didn't tell them to play defense enough.
Hey,
tell
James,
them to make better shots.
Hey James, you scored 9 points in a closeout game, and then you want, and then I'm the problem. Did I make you score 9 points? I made you go 3 for 11. That's my fault.
Well, I didn't have basketball freedom, so
My goodness.
So y'all see the RDC World version of that, where like Doc Rivers was reading off the stats of the players. Like, let me see, MVP, Embiid, Joel Embiid. This can't be right. 15 points off 518. Joel, did we just give you the MVP? And he just like, holding the trophy. That's how I felt it was. It's like, this man got his trophy and was chilling.
Yep.
Like, he had one or two games to show out, and then it was like, hey, I won the MVP, blah blah, which makes it. I'll get into it later. I'll get into what I want to say about that award a little bit later. But
I mean, did
it's
anyone
like,
really have faith in the 76ers with that roster as constructed on paper to make a run to possibly the finals? I don't think anyone really was scared of that team or really believed it. I that's the thing.
how about this? The way the roster is constructed and all that stuff, I'm gonna call what the kids say cap, because it's like, number one, you won the MVP. Two, if we're talking about, okay, regardless of what me and Legendarius believe or not, if you're talking about Tyrese Maxey, a dependable number two, he was dependable in Game 7. Um, if you're talking shit like that, then I'm gonna say that your roster is pretty good. If you're gonna brush James Harden aside, like he's not that.
Right.
Tobias Harris, he was solid in Game 7. Uh, where was James Harden at? Another MVP on your team, 9 points. It's like the roster was fine. It was, and they had like, if they had the mental makeup as I think a Philly team should be, then yeah, maybe they would have made it to the finals if they pulled it out. Because there's no real excuse as to why you're 5 of 18 from the field, scoring 15 points, and then when you get to Harden's side of things, 3 of 11 for 9, like, get out. That's
Well,
all I'm saying.
we can go even further. So, Embiid, Maxey, and Harden combined for 41 points, and Jason Tatum scored 51 points. Like, two former MVPs,
Yeah.
like your three best players got outscored by one dude.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so I don't want to. And yeah, they made Doc the fall guy. Doc's gonna end up getting another coaching job. We'll talk about coaching in a bit, but yeah, the Sixers need to blow up this roster, and I believe that
They got to divorce Tobias Harris at this point. That experiment has gone on too long. I've been anti Tobias Harris for a long time. This performance in Game 7, notwithstanding, he's just a bad fit, in my opinion, over there.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Get him out. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris.
Get him out.
James Harden.
Get him out.
Doc Rivers.
Get him out.
Melton can go.
Melton.
Jordan Yang can go. Daniel Hells. Marcus' little
Get
best
his
friend
ass
can
on
go.
out.
Just clear the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Now, let's talk about that team. That team that did win. The Celtics out here getting smacked at home, down 0-2 to the Heat right now.
Oh, yeah.
Do we feel a sweep? I feel a sweep.
I'm feeling it. I got my broom ready. I was telling my wife this. She's like, "Wait, hold on. Miami is that much better than Boston?" I was like, Boston plays down to their competition at times, but I think Jimmy's just rising up to the occasion. That's Himmy buckets. That is Himmy freaking buckets. Play the soundbite, Legendarius. Play the soundbite.
He does.
Oh my god.
Yo, come on. And this is what I'm saying. It's the same thing I was saying about the Sixers with the Celtics. It's like, hey, like, I'm sorry, but if your coach has to tell you to play hard for an entire 48 minutes, like, that's not that's your problem. That's not a coaching problem. That's a you problem. Because the Celtics, they'll go on a little heater. They'll be up 10-11. It's like, oh, we're good. Let's stop doing everything that got us to this point. And then the Heat just walked them down. They did it back-to-back games. Literally back-to-back games. Celtics go on a heater, and then they're like, you know what? Let's just start turning the ball over. Let's start jacking up threes. I don't really want to play defense that hard. Like, we got it. And then it's like, no, you don't. Now you lost all the momentum, and Coach Spo, Jimmy, they're going to close it out. And that's what they did both of those games.
Yeah. And I think when it comes to the Heat, Jimmy Butler and all that stuff, this has got to be one of the biggest missed opportunity for not one, but two franchises ever, in my opinion. Minnesota and for sure 76ers. Is Christ. Like, can you imagine Jimmy Butler right now on the 76ers in these close Game 7 type games. Like Embiid really liked him. You know what I mean? And I think he would have been good for Embiid. Hell, Embiid even said it. Like, he was teaching everybody how to be tough, how to be like that, basically that guy. Even though it's like, you should be tough, but it's okay, it's fine. I get it. You guys were kids back then. And now he's carrying a bunch of like rotational players, Adebayo, and just folks, veterans that can hoop to the finals. That's what it looks like right now. So,
and
76ers, you could have got that.
Decided that Tobias Harris was better than Jimmy Butler. Yep. Sometimes, man, these people sitting in these seats, I don't understand what they see because
yeah.
I know I didn't play the game, but it's the eye test. You could tell.
It's eye test. You know what's up. Yeah. Like, hell, we knew Jimmy Butler was that guy in Chicago.
Exactly. And like, for sure, like, it wouldn't even be a question. Like, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, like, no, bro, they're not even close. They're not even close.
Give me the two-way guy that could give me a stop and give me a bucket mid-range. Yeah. You like actual a mid-range sniper or a driver. Like, give me that. Give me the gritty guy.
Yeah.
The only thing that'll get me for Jimmy Butler, just to give like a slight knock on him, but it's not a real knock, but sometimes his shot selection is crazy. Like, bro, you don't think you're really making that, right? Oh, you're just putting a shot up. Okay, I got you. You don't think that's going in, right? Okay. It's just, I see some of that sometimes. I'm like, damn, bro, your shot is crazy. I mean, you're good on the free throws, but damn, his shot selection's wild sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a master at getting to the free throw line, and that is extremely valuable, especially in the playoffs. Whew. Speaking of the eye test, I'm about to go in.
All right.
Open up the pit.
For 2 games in a row, I don't know what the fuck Darvin Ham was looking at. I really don't.
That was a hard
First of all, we open up game 1 with a small lineup. We got 3 guards. We got Schroeder, Austin Reeves, and D'Lo. Why are we doing that? You see who you're playing against: Jamal Murray, KCP, and then 3 6'10" or above dudes. It's like, you know what? I thought we were still playing Golden State, and it takes him an entire half to make the adjustment to be like, actually, we're too small. And on top of that, I don't understand like why we just decided that like Vanderbilt doesn't get to play anymore. Anyway, that's game 1. Then in game 2, same thing, where it's just like, hey guy, so I know we gave him a chance in game 1, and he was a whopping -25. So why in game 2 did we decide to run it back with D'Lo? Like, why does D'Lo get 33 minutes to have the biggest minus on the team again, -16 in 33 minutes? Why does he get those minutes?
We don't want to kill his confidence.
Fuck his confidence. He scored 10 points.
Like, look, Darvin Ham fell for the old Michael Malone head game trick. This man is playing mental chess right now. I just don't know why they took D'Lo out. I don't know why. He's like, he didn't play the whole game. We did this. Darvin Ham got into his ego and feelings. It's like, you know what? I'm going to make D'Lo make y'all pay. Didn't work. Cost him another game. Like,
didn't work. Bro, he has the worst. But come on, dude. Game 1, he was -25.
Yeah.
You know how bad that is?
That's very fucking bad.
Literally terrible. And like, we ended up both of these games, 5-point game, 6-point game. And please believe, I'm not letting this man off the hook. And
I was -25 in my account one time. Shit was awkward.
Hey, I got a message real quick. This is not me. This is not how I feel. This is just a message I was told to pass along. What are you doing, LeBron? Stop shooting fucking threes. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, that was driving me up the effing wall.
Driving me nuts.
Man, just 0 for 19. And both of these fucking games, 3-point game, you're like, I'm going to take the shot. Like, no, bro. Go to the fucking basket.
Yeah, there
Yes.
was a point in game 2. I forgot what point in the quarter. Terrible reporting, but Lakers inbound the ball, and Reeves has the ball, and he's going. And LeBron's like, "Hey, like, calling, bro, just go up and get the ball at the half. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter when you get the ball, LeBron. Like, that's the only thing I hate. I hate when he forces a three, and I hate when he does this macho bullshit. Like, bro, everyone's fine. You don't have to do that. You're not on the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
You
right.
had the
And
floor.
AD don't get off the hook either, bro. Like, come on, man. 4 for 15, doing his typical bullshit finesse game. Why? Why are you doing that? Why'd you shoot 3 threes? We don't need you shooting threes. We don't need you shooting threes. We don't need LeBron shooting threes. We got shooters. They can shoot the threes. Y'all go to the post. And how about, instead of trying to play finesse, why don't we try to get Jokic in foul trouble?
Yes.
Why don't you try
Drive.
to make them play defense? Why don't you try to, make them use their bench? Because they don't have a bench. They don't.
No, they don't.
So, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's really just like ridiculous and frustrating.
It's frustrating.
And then on top of that, Darvin Ham. Hey, you know what? Like, if we have a lead going into the fourth quarter, maybe we don't need more offense on the floor. Like, maybe that's the time where, like, let's just go heavy defense. Let's have AD, LeBron, Vanderbilt, Hachimura, and Reeves in the game. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we just play defense and we'll just be big. Impose our will in the post. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what cute shit they were doing game 2. There were several times when Vanderbilt had an offensive possession way too many times. That's literally not what he does. Why are you giving him the ball to shoot a 3? Why are you giving him the ball to shoot anything? That's not what he's doing. What are you doing? That's a misstep.
Yeah. And especially like in the fourth when we let Jamal Murray score 23 points in the fourth quarter. Like,
yeah, that was a phenomenal
can we get
experience to me.
it? Can we get a defender on him? Like a real one, like somebody that's taller than him. Maybe. No, we want to lose, right? Yeah, we wanted to lose.
Yeah, it was bad, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, clearly the Lakers were close to winning both games, so we know what they're capable of. This should be 1-1 or 2-0 right now. If we're really saying it. I don't think it's going to go in 6. I really think it's going to go to 7. Lakers need to win. Oh, basically, the next 2 games are must wins. There's no ifs, ands, and maybes. Next 2 games are must wins, or else this series is effectively over or going to 7. So
no, if we lose the game at home, the series is over.
Yeah. The interesting thing for me, I haven't done a heat check on all the Laker fans I know, but I feel okay just because given the little missteps they did in game 1 and game 2, the Lakers, they were reasonably in there both games. This could be a few different possessions of a 2-0 Lakers lead going into a possible sweep going home. And so that's why I'm not necessarily as worried. I think we can go home and win both games and tied series heading into game 5. They did the same thing to Phoenix. This is why I'm not scared. And I think Phoenix is a worse team post KD trade than the Lakers. And I think so. I have to believe that the Lakers are they can give 2 at home if the Suns can do it. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. I think Darvin Ham is a better coach than Monty Williams, in my opinion. So I don't see why we cannot capitalize right now and take 2 right here at home.
No, I agree with that. Like, I'm not like, oh, the series is over, anything like that. Like, I expect us to win both of these games at home, and that's how that's the entire that's how the postseason is designed. It's like home court, you get your home games. Other team, you get your home games, and you're really not pressed until one of the teams folds at home.
Right.
So I'm sticking with my original prediction. I got Lakers in 6 because I feel like we could definitely take both of these in LA, and then we ride that momentum into going back into Denver. And I feel like LeBron is going to seize the moment, knowing I'm going like full like old school LeBron in this game for us to get this win, so we can close it out at home.
Yeah, and I do agree with I've been kind of watching NBA Live a little bit this postseason just for analysis. Shout out NBA today. Actually, this is the name of the show. Who cares? But anyways, Jalen Rose was talking about usually the championship teams, they have like, you know, 2 superstars and some key bench players that come through in these games. And I think the Lakers have more of those players that can push them over the edge. We have the stars. We have AD. We have LeBron. We have the role players that can push us over. Hachimura, Reeves, Schroeder when he gets hot. Like, we have the pieces. I don't see why this can be nothing more than a super entertaining start to a really good series, and the Lakers pull it out. I have complete faith in LA. They're going to figure it out. This is some fun basketball. I'm loving it.
Yeah, McDonald's. And speaking of, Burger King. Fuck. Anyway, wait. So, well, whoever's loving it, it's McDonald's. Okay. So, before I forget, I believe there's some apologies to go around. And I apologize to Nikola Jokic because I'm going to say it. I was like, hey, you know, your game might be boring. And you might be a little slow, as in very slow. Look like a statue sometimes. But god damn it, this Serbian bastard could ball. Like, I was like, as you know, and usually, you know, when it comes to just handing out MVPs, it's like, okay, I know it's a regular season award. It doesn't really translate to playoffs, but I do like to see that momentum carry into playoffs. Makes it look nice. And I gotta say, Jokic, it's looking nice. So you know, this man out here getting 30, 20, and 15 triple doubles, that's nothing to sneeze at. And he proved this year, hey, yo, I'm sorry, Embiid, you were great, but I should have won the MVP. And I think that's the type of motivation we're seeing right now. And then Jamal Murray is like, yo, I was, you know, Bubble Murray, that was 3 years ago. I get it. I've been hurt. I've been trying to get my feet back under me, and now I'm here. But Lakers in 7.
Yeah, and let's not. I'm not gonna be that guy, but come on, dude. That game 2 officiating was ridiculous. Like,
out of this
that flagrant was
world
ridiculous.
bad.
That's the
I
first
thought I was
time.
watching the replacement refs from the Seahawks freaking Packers game from a few years back. Like, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And the fact that, like, you know, Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy like had to comment on it. It's just like
they had to clown it.
Yeah, it's just like, what happened to the game I love? Like, what is this? Like, that's how bad the officiating was. Like, it was a joke.
It was really bad. Yeah.
Hey, if the refs wanted to give the Nuggets their homer calls, we better be getting homer calls on top of homer calls tonight and on Monday in LA.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it was bad. I knew it was gonna be something when it was like early in the first quarter, I want to say. And I don't know the ref's name, but dude was already over it. And he was already telling players, stop talking, that's it. And they were just both players jaw jacking, and it's true. They were missing calls on both sides in favor of both teams, and it was just like, what the hell is this, man? Like,
come on, man. When they called that flagrant on D,
I was
done.
That was, yeah. I like, you know how you just throw up your hands like, God, wait, like,
yeah, it's like, oh, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Right.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you got, that's not a flagrant. And then when they when Van Gundy and Mark Jackson were just clouded, Mike Breen, what do you think? Well, Denver just scored again. And all of a sudden, but it's like real shit. It's like, oh wow, look at the head trauma he just caused that guy. Oh wow, look at this. You see that, Mark? That is so dangerous. And then Mark's just laughing, and then Mike Brady, you just hear him like kind of like, you know, laughing in the back, like, yeah, I agree. This is
bad.
This is pretty ugly. Like, if you get Mike Breen out the game, like energy wise, you fucking up.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Adam Silver has work to do, and it's very apparent. It's very apparent. We're getting the NFL levels of Bush League over here at this point. It's bad.
That's true.
NBA scripted, man.
Hey, Adam Silver's he's been busy at work. He made sure the Spurs got that #1 pick. He's like, you know what? Great big men. We need them in San Antonio. Pop, we don't want you to retire just yet. Here you go. Here's the best draft prospects draft prospect since LeBron. Go do something with
Right. Go do something with them. Right.
So we'll see. How do you guys feel about that lottery? And obviously, Spurs winning. You know they're gonna go get Wembanyama. But how you feel about the Blazers saying that they did land the number 3 pick, but they're gonna try to trade it to upgrade their roster for Dame rather than just trade Dame.
Yeah, this Dame storyline is always interesting because I do like Dame a lot, and I always feel like he just has to leave the team to get a ring. But I really don't think he
Yeah.
wants a ring nor needs a ring. His I feel like he's cemented. He needs to be automatic Hall of Fame, my opinion, for his accolades with or without a ring. But sure, I understand the Blazers. They want to, do right by their player and try and pursue that ring, right? That's what you want to do versus giving up the
Yeah.
player. I want to see some excitement. I mean, the NBA, I'm sorry, the NFL, the last couple seasons in the draft, they kind of got me into this postseason business play. So I want to see if NBA can bring it, and I want to see some action too in the draft. So that'd be cool to see.
So we'll see who are you trading for? Somebody young and solid coming up. Don't trade for any of these old ass superstars right now.
Yeah, I think the Lakers have shown that this whole veteran package and dumping your youth is not necessarily the most sustainable business plan. So I think they should trade for someone more. I mean, I get the appeal of a vet, but get some youth on there. There's a lot of strong youth out there in the league right now. I think they can get some youth.
Well, I think Giannis would look good in Portland.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I know. He ain't leaving Milwaukee. But no, I will
Okay,
say
realistically, what do you guys think the Blazers are missing to contend, given their roster and what they can possibly get with what they have going into the draft? What are their actual problems in regards to making the play-in?
being in the West, they need to leave.
Yeah.
So I like honestly that's what I would say. It's like Damian Lillard. I
You look at
really
their second and third best players. It's just like they're not that good. Like in the grand scheme of things, like Anthony Simons, like yeah, he's a nice up and coming player and consistent. Jeremy Grant, he's like a 2-way guy, but he's not very. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like the 4th option on the Lakers. So if he's your second option, you're in trouble. And then Nurkic, I feel like he's just defensive liability. He's just always there. Like he'll get his points, but defensively he's a liability. He's kind of like one of those big men that are like phasing themselves out of the league. So I think they really need to.
Well, they recently got who? Cam Reddish and Kevin Knox, right? I guess those doesn't really do anything for you. Yeah, they just have a bunch of names.
Yeah.
yeah. They got bodies, and it's like as great as Dame is, it's like fuck because I like him a lot, and I agree with what you said, where it's like no, I'd put Dame in the Hall of Fame, sure, absolutely.
But think about it like this though. Think about like other like teams that have like consistently been good, and then like what they have. Look at the Clippers. They have Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and pieces, and a bunch of good like role players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The Warriors, Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, and good role players. The Suns, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Ayton, and good role players. Like.
Well, the Blazers do kind of have a nucleus of sorts with that. They have Lillard, they have Jeremy Grant, and possibly Drew Eubanks because he was good.
This man said Jeremy Grant as a filler.
Like Jeremy Grant is not in the same category of any of those guys.
He's a role player, bro.
I named all stars. Everybody that I named was all stars. You named
Jeremy Grant
all stars.
I'm trying to present a silver lining for the Blazers fans.
There is no silver lining for the Blazers. None. Like literally, like this is why it's like as much as you love Damian Lillard, this is when I say loyalty to a fault is pretty stupid. That's just
agreed. This is why I was saying he should have left if he wanted a ring, but he's 32.
Right. Now, it's like At this point, you already know the Clippers are going to blow shit up, and I always did like the idea of pairing Dame with a two-way player that's actually an all-star. Oh, I don't know, Paul George. He's pretty weird. He could come to he could come to Portland, and help Dame Dollar that way because at least he gets hurt, but at the same time he's more available than Kawhi Leonard would ever be. So I would go ahead and do that. I would actually call and try to make moves, and then make my bench. I would model my team building after the Clippers, where it's like I'm gonna have Dame Dollar, somebody who's a two-way player that's solid, a wing player, I might add, and solid pieces to where with a good mix of shooting, in high energy guys for rebounds and defense, and a couple more scoring options just in case Dame it goes either down or he needs a breather. That's how I would build it. But what y'all think?
I mean,
just the more I look at this roster,
I
the more
feel
it's
like he would fit in very well with the Sixers. If you just swap
Or
Dame
the Knicks,
for James Harden,
or the Knicks.
and the Sixers are a contender. Because it's like, Embiid, are you going to show up today? No? All right, I'll drop 50.
and
that's
I
true.
think Damian Lillard would hold him accountable too. Like it's like, hey, bro, like I need you to drop this. It like drop 30 from you tonight because I'm gonna get you with 50 or I'm gonna get you with 35. Like let's get this shit.
Yeah.
Like Dame is not a choker, not in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Just the opposite of Harden in terms of like he will show up for the playoffs, he'll make the big shots, he'll take the big shots, and he still always makes the right play. So it's just like now he has like Embiid, so less of the offense or less of the defense is like focus on like stopping Lillard because you have to like focus on stopping Embiid. Because you even look at like the 2-man game with Harden and Embiid. Harden has he always has a window, like as they run their pick and roll. He has a window where he's like, you could just shoot it right now. It's uncontested. You have like at least a second where it's uncontested. You do that with Dame's cashing. Like Dame's not gonna like wait and be like, let me dribble and pass it back. Like Dame's like, no, I'm open. Cash.
Yeah.
So I feel like I really want to see him on the Sixers, but who knows what's gonna happen with that whole ordeal.
Is he locked into the Blazers? Because didn't he just recently do a contract, or is he good to go pretty soon?
No, he's locked in.
He's locked in.
Dude,
Like 4 years left on his deal.
Man, it's just unfortunate, and in terms of the fans, because like you want to see these matchups. I mean, you want to see these players link up, and it's just like, come on, Dame, we really want to see you unleashed. But
yeah, about this coaching,
free Bradley Hill, dude.
Well, I wanted to pull it back real quick, because going back to the NBA being scripted, because I'm just hearing conflicted things. Like I'm hearing Suns fans saying the NBA scripted, but the script got ruined because they were supposed to win, but they didn't. And then I'm hearing that if the NBA is really scripted, then it's going to be Lakers Heat in the final because they want to erase all that bubble talk. But then I'm also hearing if the NBA scripted, it's going to be Lakers Celtics for the number 18. So I'm just hearing a bunch of conflicting scripted NBA talk for supposedly, a scripted league. So I just wanted to, check in with you guys and see how scripted the league is for you guys. I'm just curious. I'm just checking in, with all my script buddies and seeing how scripted this league is for y'all.
I don't buy into that shit.
Yeah, I don't look into it. That's so stupid.
It just doesn't make sense. Like when
the
you
NBA was
talk
scripted, I don't think
so
that
crazy illogical.
if the NBA was scripted, I don't think they would be like, you know what we should do, guys? Let's ruin the Warriors dynasty. Kevin Durant, you gotta let your Achilles go. 2 years, all right? You gotta blow your Achilles out. It's just what we gotta do.
Yeah.
And then you guys will still have a chance, but then Clay, you gotta tear your ACL after. And then once you're coming back from your ACL tear, then you gotta tear your Achilles. Like, come on.
But the crazy part too is like, how do you tear your shit on purpose?
If the NBA was truly scripted, would LeBron or would not have 8 rings by That's all
I
I'm
feel like
saying.
if the NBA was truly scripted, a lot of the Jordan and a lot of the old records would have probably been erased with like newer records because that's what you want. You want to show like the newer generation getting better. So I feel like if the NBA was truly scripted at any given point, a lot of these accolades would have been replaced with these other players already.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say it's like, okay, I can understand that sports betting may like favor calls. Like I understand that. Like, but I wouldn't call it like what people are like no, that shit's so stupid to me. Where it's
And we
like,
can even tie it
then why does
to NFL. Like
right? That's what
how
I'm saying.
scripted can that really be, right? I mean, let's again talk about it out loud because a lot of that stuff came down to calls or a random hit or just a straight up fortunate catch, and just the lore is what the lore is. I'll give you a conflicting one to just really kill this shit for all the current listeners. Let's talk about the WWE. That shit is openly scripted now. They openly kill that shit. It's openly fake. They show you
Yeah,
how to do the fucking moves on YouTube, okay? Now,
yeah,
because the WWE or that form of entertainment has been around so long, all their records are held by people that no one really knows anymore. No one really knows the Bam Bam Bigelows. No one really knows these type of wrestlers from the 80s and 70s, right?
right,
Superstar Billy Graham just died, RIP. No one really knows that guy anymore. That guy was a legend, legitimately. But now what's happening on our scripted world, all of our aging heroes and legends are dying. So what do we have to do? We have to immortalize these new people. Let's give an example. Roman Reigns. This is too deep. Anyways, he's going to be a champion for 1,000 days. That shit's made up to replace the guy who already had the title for 1,000 days back in the 80s. This is what I mean. Wrestling is scripted. They have to update their record books for the industry moving forward. The sports leagues don't have to do that shit because that shit's not scripted. I have a
right.
legend player who killed it from 75 to 85. This is his stat line. No one can beat his fucking stat line because that shit's not scripted. This is what I'm saying, folks. The
Yeah,
sports league is not as scripted as you think. Wrestling has to be scripted. I have to do it to keep my business moving forward because you don't know who superstar Billy Graham is, but you know who Roman Reigns is. I need you to understand he's a new legend. Total difference there.
Okay, all right. The way to bring that home.
I know. I was gonna say, tying this back into the beginning, you think Ja got a script and he's like, "Oh hell yeah."
Right.
Yeah, I'm the gun guy, Mom. I'm the gun guy.
It's all like the NBA league meeting. It's like, welcome to the script reading, y'all. So we're gonna go to page. They're all like, okay, right before playoffs. They're all licking their finger, like going through the pages. All right, 1,000. We're gonna go to page 600. This is the 60th, around the 60th game of the year. Ja, read that for me out loud. I wave a gun. What? Strip club, Colorado, gun, bitches. Nah.
Now, I will totally apologize if that was too far off the deep end, but once you just watch certain things, you just draw the lines and like, there's no way one thing can be what clearly another thing is. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, don't you think these leagues would want like the biggest media markets in the championship every year?
Exactly. Every single time.
Every single time. We just saw Milwaukee won. Kansas City's a goddamn dynasty now,
Yeah.
Like,
which would there's no way. Yeah. Unless you're cryogenically freezing your masterminds of the game when they first concoct it and you're bringing them aboard and saying, what do you think? And then you're doing it again decades later. This shit's not happening.
Yeah.
There's no
It's
way.
like, you know what? We should have the Knicks just suck for like 30 years.
Yeah,
which logically makes no sense because if it's scripted, the Knicks are going to have at least 3 rings.
All of our lives, like, get out of here. Shoot, Disney might have to unfreeze Walt Disney for this. Making black mermaids and stuff.
If Walt Disney was really on ice and they brought him out today in 2023, he would kill himself.
What?
Those who really know about Walt Disney know why. I don't need to explain.
Oh my god.
And on that note, coaching. Where are these new teams getting with these coaches, right? Who's on the docket?
Man, there's a lot. There's a lot available. So I mean, I don't think anybody really wants this. Well, I'm not gonna say anybody, but if you're ranking jobs in order of like which job do you want? Bottom of the totem pole, Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Next, I would say Toronto. Then
I don't know.
I would say the Sixers. Then I would say the Suns, and then at the top of the list would be the Bucks.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I Pistons have to be at the bottom of the list for me because
Yeah.
it's like, what do I really have to work with here? Nothing. And
Rumors
it's like
I'm hearing is that Doc is either going to get the Bucks job or the Suns job. And I'm hearing
no.
the only way that he doesn't get the Suns job is Ty Lue might opt out of his Clippers contract and coach the Suns.
If the Suns choose Doc Rivers over Ty Lue, I am done. The Suns will not go anywhere. Like Ty Lue is a superior coach. Superior coach
Yeah.
over Doc. Like even though did the Clippers, make it to the finals during his tenure? No, because he has flaky superstars in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, whose body betrays him. But that man knows how to coach his ass off and knows how to play the strengths of his players. Not to mention, he's the only coach in Clips history to to have them reach a conference final, which is freaking crazy to me when you think about it out loud. Like, are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Yeah. So if I'm the Suns, I'm waiting to see what Ty Lue's doing.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of these jobs, like the coaches that got fired, they're just so far superior to like anybody you could like possibly try to replace them with. I feel like they just get swapped around. Because like Nick Nurse, top tier coach. Mike Budenholzer, top tier coach. Doc Rivers, I'm not gonna say top tier, but he's mid, but he's experienced, good coach. Monty Williams, I'm gonna put him like right below top tier, but he's up there in coaching.
He's up there.
So I feel like those coaches, like they really shouldn't be out of a job for any like period of time. If they want a job, they should get one of these jobs like easily. But again, I'm not trying to go to Detroit, bro.
Right. I'm like, wait, what? What job's open? Detroit? Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for something else. Somebody else getting fired. I don't know who, but somebody else is.
And I just gotta say, I know Ime Udoka is just looking disgusted right now. Like, damn, I really should have waited, bro. I took the Houston job like instantly. I could have been Raptors, Bucks, Sixers, Suns. Like, damn.
You low key probably.
Hey yo, y'all got an intern for me?
Let me ask you guys this: of the teams getting new coaches, or including the Rockets, who already have a new coach, which of these teams are already arguably or could be in play-in or playoff contention just by adding one of these coaches?
Well, I mean, bro,
Suns.
all of them except for the Pistons. Like, 3 of them actually were in the playoffs, and the Raptors were in the play-in. Like, they're not going to take.
Really just about
all right, so deep playoff run, like a team that I could feel like would be revitalized going to a conference championship. As of now, I'm gonna say Bucks and Suns. Those would be the two because the evidence already proves into their players and leadership and all that stuff to where it's like, okay, I can see them making a conference championship.
Yeah.
Sixers, I'm never going to They're like the Cowboys to me, where I'm never going to put them above anything until I see it myself. So as much as I like my Cowboys, and to think, we're gonna go to the NFC Championship, and that's fucking sad actually to say out loud. Like, I'm not even saying we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the NFC Championship this year. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see it first. So 76ers, you're not gonna get any kudos from me until I see it. Bucks, I can see them going to a conference championship and maybe a championship because Giannis, we're overdue now. Let's go get that second. Suns, it's overdue now. Y'all been to a finals. Well, with some of that core, I think you just You do something with DeAndre Ayton. Get Kevin Durant and them boys some bench help. Chris Paul. I don't know. I'm just like, maybe we just don't play you half the season and have you get like healthy for the playoffs. I don't know what the fuck.
They should just send Ayton to Detroit and get one of their bigs. Fuck it.
Right.
You can go to Detroit, man, and then go to China right after.
Yeah.
With Dwight.
Yeah, y'all can team up and kill it.
Dwight recruiting,
Speaking
man.
Mandarin.
Come on, everybody. Kevin Durant, come on. Bring
Yo,
your
Dwight
ass.
Howard is living his best life. There was a video of him doing a commercial out there. He is killing it. Go Dwight.
I'm happy for him.
Oh,
I'm happy.
Man. Let me see if I can find this for y'all real quick. Here we go, right here.
Jordan Poole. Come on. Julius Randle. Come on. Let me stop. Ben Simmons. Come on. Shoot, ain't nobody beating us, but.
Can you imagine if he just doubles down and does that every single season and that's just like his thing? That'd be great.
I honestly, he should keep it.
Come on, KB. Oh, you know who? Hey, they talking about him going back to Houston, but I think this might be a better look. James Harden, come on down here, boy.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's perfect. Yeah, what he got to do is like how they do their season reviews. They get his segment on and he just calls out the worst players. Come on down. Let's link up. Super team.
Yeah.
So super team down over here to Taiwan, boy. Like that was funny. That was funny.
Because if you're playing against me, I'm going to be pissed.
I saw the news or the Instagram swipeys or the like say the words like, okay, you know, Dwight's recruiting so. He's like, Bron, you can play till you're 90. Come on. Like that shit was funny.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap, there's just one thing. There's a question I gotta ask. And, you know, I've just been hearing so much from these Warrior fans. Now that their team lost, all they could do is talk about my team that's still alive. So, this is a poll. Draymond Green actually took this poll after Game 7. That's what he said.
Hey,
exciting.
Leave it in the comments, y'all. Do y'all think every time Clay get the ball, he just throw the damn ball up? No matter who. Goddamn AD, 7 foot. LeBron on the other side, Daniel 6'9". He just throw the damn ball up. That nigga step over.
Shut the fuck up. Y'all eliminated. Game 6, Clay shot 3 for 19. Shut up. Talk to me next year. Don't want to hear it. Y'all done. Stay
Y'all
on
had
the board.
Dante DiVincenzo something on the team. That sounds like a topping for pepperoni. Sorry, or pizza.
Dante DiVincenzo pizza. Bing bong.
Y'all had a Moses Moody on the court shooting threes. He made some threes. Y'all got wet. Come on now.
Oh my God. I'm saying no.
Y'all had Steve Kerr standing there in a quarter zip, looking like a lesbian with his arms crossed, pissed at calls. Come on, y'all. What are we talking about here?
I got one more thing to say, y'all. All right? So you can see how she.
When we stay on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Bing bong.
Oh my God.
Look, here's the thing. I always encounter different types of Warrior fans living in the Bay, and I can say this. I've encountered actually 3 types of Warrior fans this season. I usually get 2. I get the regular Warrior fan that are actually authentic, you know, born and bred. Those are real. I get the transplants. That makes sense. You're a fake Warrior fan. Can't name anyone past the top 3. And then I get the 3rd type of Warrior fan, which was new to me, which is the lifelong Warrior fan that actually quits on their team. I'm getting hit up by one Warrior fan in particular as they're playing the Kings. 2 games after playing the Kings. Oh, series is done. Series done. Warriors are done. I said, bro, it's been 2 games. Oh, it's done, bro. We're done. We're old. We're done. Curry, we're done, man. We're done. Fast forward to game 7. Oh, Warriors got a chance, man. We're going to see y'all next round. I said, you tapped out in game 2. Nah, man, we here. Game 7. We're here. All right, bro. That's the third type of Warrior fan I encountered. Because you know what happens? That Warrior fan hits me up after the Lakers lose, and he hits me with, oh, you guys aren't looking too good. Looking like a sweep. That's weird coming from a Warriors fan that quit last round.
Well, it's weird from a Warriors fan that lost to us.
I said, I'm not hearing you, bro. I'm just saying, bro, you got to do ABC. I said, but you quit on your team. You're nothing more than a glorified bandwagon fan. Bye.
Hey. I just love to rub it in. Did you guys ever see how our president forgot Klay Thompson's name?
No.
At the White House? Check this out.
Who president is this?
It's your president.
President Biden had a splash of memory loss in failing to recall the name of the second Splash brother. And unlike in an NBA game, Klay wasn't able to make anyone pay for forgetting about him. Klay Thompson's presidential moment. Draymond and you guys are so President Biden.
Steph, Draymond, and you guys.
He's like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hey, the other light skinned motherfucker. Come on.
Hey, Steph, Draymond, and enjoy your off season, nigga. Y'all done. All right? Enjoy the off season. You're done. You're done. The Warrior fans, you're done. Enjoy the off season. Enjoy watching my team. You get to watch my team play now.
Or pull up your 2016 clips. Pull up your 3-1 blown lead clips. Pull up your mid-season Klay 39 in the third clips. Pull up all your bullshit clips. I don't care. Your team is gone. My team is not. Suck it.
Exactly. And with that being said, that's a wrap, baby. Episode 15. We talking spicy today. We ain't taking that shit. It's game 3. Lakers gonna win this game by 15 points or more. You heard it here first. And you could
we're gonna cover the spread, which is 5.5 at least, guys. At least.
At the very least. Without question. But as always, like, subscribe, follow us, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. We gonna be back next week. And next time you see us, series over, son. Series over. Next time you see us, the Lakers had just closed the series out, game 6.
Cigars.
All Laker fans speak separately on their opinions of the team of the Lakers.
Exactly.
He's sounded like those bylaw guys in the commercials and stuff. May cause drowsiness.
Yo, I need that Weasler in case they do blow it, so I need to say that.